Greetings, everyone. Mike Raso here, along with Mr. John Fedele.
Hey, fella.
I would like everyone to have a happy new year.
It's already happened.
Well, it's the 15th.
Yeah.
So?
Oh, to continue to have a happy new year.
I want everyone this year to have a happy new year.
All right. Well, you normally say that like before.
Oh.
Or on the occasion. But whatever. It's okay.
Well, we didn't do our first time in a very long time we didn't do our New Year's Eve show.
Yep.
But folks, we're just trying to keep
moving forward.
Yeah, keep moving forward. Things are just I'm not able to get, other than John, who is in New Jersey.
Can't get the team together.
Can't get the team together. And I have a special show I want to do with John and Mark Dalzell, also in New Jersey.
Uh-huh. I
have a little gift for Mark.
Well, yeah.
And I have to do this show before it goes stale.
Oh, it's edible?
This is kind of like, I don't know, this show is kind of, I want to call it like, I don't know, what do you call that, brick and brack?
What?
What do you call like odds and ends?
Odds and sods.
What's a few...
bits and pieces, this and that.
This and that. What are some British terms for that?
Bits and bobs.
Yeah, this is just the Bits and Bobs show. I have some letters. I want to talk about some new film that's coming out. Some new film that has come out.
Yeah.
This is our new film.
Oh, look at it. Love.
FPP Love.
I love that.
That we're unleashing to the world this week. FPP Love Black and White. It's a package film with hearts all over it.
You gotta say it nice. You're gonna be like, FPP Love.
It's a 200 ISO film.
200 ISO.
This is currently... You say, well, what is it? Well, it's been in our shop for quite a while, but no one buys it, and it's a beautiful film. And there's some stunning examples. Clearly...
you're going via love this time.
Well, clearly people really like something. Like if you have something that has like a very bare bones, like just a blue label says FPP Black and White 200, I guess there's nothing exciting about it.
No, it's beautiful. It's lovely. It reminds me of like the Brady Bunch font.
Really?
Yeah, that you know the font that when the Brady Bunch comes up on the screen?
So this film has a beautiful wide latitudes, perfect for long exposures. The original intent of the film, basically, I bought up from a private surveillance company, from a company that used this film for surveillance. They switched to digital, and they had
a ton of film left over.
That ton of film is
now... They cut their own film? They had it in huge spools?
Huge spools.
400? 4,000?
2,000 feet.
Holy shiz.
It's a new year.
Yay. What does that mean?
It's great. It's been a great challenge because we haven't been able to get the gang together.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do today?
Well, film photography is as vibrant as ever. So,
if not more so since this pandemic.
I'm going to skip around a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right. So back in the day,
yeah,
this is when we got this letter.
Oh my God! How old?
All right. Now this
more than 2 years.
No.
Oh, okay.
8. I'm going to say within the last 12 months. Okay. Aaron Leonovich sent us a letter and a package with some CDs.
Yes.
He says, thanks so much for what you do. I love listening to the FPP with Michael Raso, John Fedele, and the rest of the troupe. That's interesting because we were always called a gang,
right?
And now I switched it to team. So when I send emails out, I say Mike and team, then in parentheses, formerly gang.
Now troupe.
It's interesting.
Troupe is better. I like that word better.
He says, like Michael Raso, I'm excited about movie film.
Yay. Wow, you found a friend.
I did. Included in this box is the only copy of my 2018 wedding shot on Super 8.
No kidding.
With my Canon 514 XL using Agfa 200D.
Wow. That's special.
I gave the camera to a couple of friends of mine to document the occasion. It came out okay. It was a learning experience. Mm-hmm. Also included some swag from New Jersey's #1 surfing group.
Number one!
The Brigantines.
Yeah.
John and I have our own copy.
Surf music. Love it.
It says, the latest from New Jersey's #1 surfing group, the Brigantines. And people can find this
on the iTunes. I looked them up on the iTunes because we don't have a CD player here that works, so we were listening on the iTunes.
And maybe this is on the Spotify as well.
I would imagine so if it's on iTunes, yeah.
So, Aaron, thank you very much. For folks who have been listening to the FPP for a very long time, you know that your letter could take, from 2 weeks to 2 years to cycle into the...
If you put candy in it, it comes up a lot quicker.
Yes, it does. If there's food stuff.
Just saying.
Okay, so this is from Daniel Mall Jr. I have been really enjoying your podcast on YouTube. Yes, folks listening, if you wouldn't mind going over to YouTube, Film Photography Podcast, if you wouldn't mind, smash that button.
Oh, Jesus.
Ring that bell.
Oh.
Are you kids still YouTubing it up?
Oh, hell yeah.
They post stuff.
Yeah, infrequently, but they're mostly consumers, unfortunately.
Okay. And who's their favorite? Like Cutie Pie? Who? Pootie Pie?
I have no idea.
Time to wake this show up. Where's Johnny Link?
Right here.
Happy New Year's, John.
Your group has really renewed my interest in film photography and also to experiment with new films and formats. This is very exciting. I recently purchased a Cine Kodak Royale 16mm camera.
Sounds deluxe.
Yes!
Whoa.
I will say that because when this letter came in, this is pretty new, December 4th.
Oh, look at you.
It's called a Cine Kodak Royal 16mm camera.
Is it a big noise?
No. Mind if I grab it real quick?
No, yeah.
You need to see this, John.
No, I'm just saying, we're using British euphemisms. A big noise means like a big deal.
Oh.
Look, I don't have your brain for big deals, but this is a street thing.
Remember from Bob Dylan movie with the Malzell brothers? The drunk guy comes up to Bob Dylan and he's like, "You're a big noise. I'm nothing. You're a big noise, but I'm nothing." And Bob Dylan kept on saying, "I believe you. I believe you," which is one of the best comebacks ever, I think, that you could say to a drunk person when you're cornered at a party and they're slobbering all over you.
Daniel has the Kodak Royal.
That's thin.
I know. So, look at this, John.
That's beautiful. Wow, heavy.
It's a 16mm camera.
That's insane. Really?
It takes 50 feet of 16mm film in a magazine.
Wow, that's awesome.
So it's essentially a metal cartridge.
Yeah. Like it's daylight protected?
Yes.
Like the 8mm or 8
So you just put the cartridge in the camera.
Ah.
And then you close it.
How hard is it to load the camera or the cartridge?
Well, that Owen does that.
Oh.
So
it's a whole thing.
People receive the cartridge ready to go.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Listen to this.
Wow. Sounds like an AK-47 spraying a joint.
And the beautiful thing about 16mm filmmaking is it's twice the real estate of 8.
Yeah, 8 plus 8. Oh, my God, you're right. It's 16.
So, I mean, you shot Super 8 films in school. When you moved up to 16, did you shoot 16 in school?
Yeah, not too often.
Did you notice a difference?
In the image? Of course.
Yeah. Big difference.
Big difference over there.
So he says, "I'm sending it to you so that you can use it." Oh, so he sent us a magazine that we could reuse, and he's going to purchase a fresh one.
Nice.
Now,
That's
Daniel
awful
sent some
considerate.
goodies. He says, these chips, or if you're in the UK, these crisps.
There you go.
Are a Pennsylvania favorite. And the coffee, Justin has the coffee, is for the local roaster. There are whole beans and you need to grind them. And a small donation.
Thank you.
Thank you for, well, you say thank you, and he says, thank you for all, this is like, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Okay.
We're fine and dandy. Thank you.
That's very, very generous and thoughtful.
Says, stay safe. Daniel Mall Jr., thank you very much. So, John and I tested the chips, crisps.
Gave him a test run.
And it's, we have mixed opinions.
That's right.
I thought it was a very subtle, nice taste.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get any taste, but I liked the aftertaste. The aftertaste was a little bit spicy. But I'm not a fan of tin chips.
Thin chips.
Tin. That's what we say them here in Jersey. Nice and tin.
As time goes on, John.
Yeah.
This is from...
As it will. Time is funny like that.
Next letter's from our longtime listener, Sean Nelson.
Oh, yeah, Sean. Follow him on the gram.
Yes, but as time goes on...
Yeah.
And we get more removed from time, from past events...
Yes.
Things just... we basically start...
To die.
We start saying things that just aren't the truth.
Right.
But we don't know it.
Because you believe what you think you remember.
So I would say to you, oh, John, you met Sean at the first darkroom event in 2015 in California. Don't you remember? And then you'll say, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, you didn't go to the 2015 event.
Yeah.
But another year or so, we're not going to remember that you weren't there.
Right. It won't matter. Because
It'll meld.
be like, oh, yeah.
It'll be so close in time to the Padea darkroom event that it doesn't matter.
Right.
From a time perspective, you know.
It's like when my kid sister's 1 year old, but I'm 11. And that's a huge difference.
Huge.
But then when I'm 70 and she's, what's the math? 60.
59.
Right. It's like, doesn't matter. Now we're both old.
That's right, yeah. Yeah.
He says he's talking about, a few shows ago, we talked about bench seats.
Bench seats.
In cars.
Oh, yeah.
Says
you slide all the way across them.
He says, you guys crack me up. I always wondered the same thing while watching old movies and TV shows. I could only think of one reason why the driver, or even a passenger, would exit through the passenger door of a car.
Mike Brady.
He says, I have a Hyundai Velostar, and it confuses people all the time. It's basically a 3-door car.
Huh?
1 door for the driver, and 2 doors on the right side for passengers. Hyundai says it's for safety because your passengers wouldn't exit the vehicle into a busy street.
Oh, look at that.
Whenever I'm driving down the street and I see some selfish person with their door...
Just slam the door open or just...
No, just open.
Because the thing is, man, is like when you're driving on the road, I mean, like you get a person who's that rude, I mean, they're going to kill you.
Yeah, the door is just like wide open on the street. Yeah. I think...
What an asshole.
First I think, oh, you don't know how I really just want to like...
Take the door off?
Yeah, just take the door out. Like actually increase... speed on my car.
Yeah.
Because, like, they have it coming to them.
So, like, if you give them a quick, short, sharp shock, they don't do it again. Dig it? I mean, he got off light because I could have given him a thrash, I only hit him once.
It's like the number one safety thing.
Number one!
You don't open the door on the street side.
I got into a fight with a guy because I was driving down the street. He opened the door. I had to swerve out of the way to avoid ripping his door off, and I beeped the horn at him. And he got out and stood in the middle of the road and gave me the middle finger.
That's very typical.
So I had to stop the car and have words with him.
You told
I had
him
to. I'm like, you're giving me the finger? I'm like, I almost effing killed you.
You told him this door shouldn't be
He's
open?
like, well, you should watch where you're going. I'm like, oh my God, really? Are you this stupid?
You should have given him a short, sharp shock.
They don't do it again. Dig it? I mean, he got off light because I could have given him a thrash, I only hit him once.
And he wouldn't do it again.
That's right.
He says, I vote car manufacturers bring back bench seats and wing windows. I love the old wing windows in the front seat of the car.
Yeah, the little thing that opened up.
The little triangle?
Yeah. You could flick your cigarette ashes out there. You don't have to open up the whole window.
My dad would say, in the 20th century, going back, he would say, yeah, all right, well, today we have air conditioners 460. 4 windows down at 60 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's old school.
Thanks, Sean.
Shawnee boy.
This is from War Boy Snapper.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew Bartram. Do you follow him on
Speaking of, he's over the pond there. He's across the pond.
He is. Wow, these letters are almost new. Season's greetings to you and the gang. I trust you're all having a splendid time at FPP Towers, where you all live together.
Yeah.
Who cooks on Christmas Day?
Mike.
I'm thinking John and Matt does the weights on the tables.
The weights on the table?
Waiter.
Oh, weights on the table, yes.
He certainly has the frame of a waiter.
He's got the haircut, the cut of his body. It's just right as well. Looks good in the tux or a bow tie.
He says
a vest.
But Andrew, it would be marvelous if we lived in like a firehouse.
That'd be crazy.
I've been talking about this for a very long time and I've never acted on it, but could you imagine FPP Beach House?
That'd be great.
Would it? I'm talking about a big house. So you come down, like whoever you want. Like you want to bring your kids? Great, bring your kids. Lauren, you want to bring the schnoodle? Bring the schnoodle.
There are houses in North Carolina that my brother-in-law goes to with like all of his college buddies that has 10 bedrooms. Just a huge
I'd be pissed off all the time because, when you have that many people over,
it's always going to be something.
It's always going to be like, okay, who snapped off the shower head? Because I'd be responsible for everything. And then you find out how completely inconsiderate everybody is.
No, you find the true colors.
You don't do it.
Do you really want to do that? Do you want to find out everybody's true colors?
Not really.
Okay.
The reason for this email is to say that I developed a roll of your ISO 25 red scale film in Cinestill C41 chemistry to my, new to me, Jobo CPE2, and I'm blown away. I have re-rolled lots of C41 film for red scale over the years, but this stock that I got from Analog Wonderland is superb.
That's your guy over there, right?
Yeah, he stocks FPP film. I exposed it ISO 25 in a lomography LCA, mainly on a sunny day at a seaside after lockdown number 1. Lockdown number 1.
Yeah. Number 1.
They're going through lockdown number 2 or 3 now.
3.
Oh, jeez. I love the yellow tones, which perfectly suited the feel of the day. The portrait of my wife, Julie, and the sunflowers were both photographed a while later while out for a walk in Warboys, where I live.
Really? That's a town?
Yes.
That's why he's Warboy Snapper.
Keep up the extra
makes
work.
sense.
His
I thought he
pictures.
was some kind of like World War II kook.
Of course, they're printed in black and white. So.
Oh, I can't see shiz.
So the secret formula of the FPP red scale was special because it was inverted Sfema color 125.
Really?
Yes.
How do you invert Schwema 125?
Well, red scale film is taking a film and flipping it in the cartridge.
Oh.
So you're shooting through the base.
Oh.
So since you're shooting through the base of the film, if the film was ISO 100, let's say,
Yeah, you got to
you
open
shoot
that
it. You got to
baby up.
open that baby up.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Interesting.
And I used to sell FPP red scale film. The Analog Wonderland used to carry it, but now it's done.
Wow.
Sad day.
It is.
It is.
Where. Hey, Andrew, thanks for writing, man. Good to hear from you.
Before we get too far from Christmas, I'm going to give John his Christmas presents.
I didn't get Mike anything, and he's not going to know until 2 minutes.
I was going to suggest you give this to like your daughter,
My daughter?
but you don't have to. You can do it once it's yours. You do whatever you want.
Okay, why would I want to give it to her? She gets everything.
There you go.
Spoiled little brat.
I got 2 gifts for you.
2?
Yeah.
Come on.
This is imported from Japan.
Oh, hi.
This is called the Kitkat Variety Pack. It's Japanese.
What is it? Candy? Oh, nice.
They're all the Kitkat varieties
Get the frog out of here.
that don't exist. Here, you need a shiv?
That's special.
Here you go. Here you go.
That is very special.
So there's all sorts of Kitkat varieties that, you know,
What, like green tea and...
I think...
Let's see. Oh, my God. Look at it. But
kind
it's
of
all in Japanese.
What kind of flavors?
I don't know. What is that? Cognac? Raisin?
Oh, it really is all Japanese?
Yeah, it's written in Japanese. It says Kit Kat and then sake, uzu sake. Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't want it. Take it back. I don't know what I'm eating.
That's going to be, you know what it's going to be?
Oh, strawberries.
People are going to be like opening and be like, yeah, I don't like this one. Like,
oh,
leave
you
it.
know it. No, they're gonna have to eat it in my presence because if they don't like it, then I'm gonna have to shove it down my hole, my Kit Kat hole. Cool, that's special. Thank you.
I don't get to tax that.
Oh, go ahead. You want your taste? Take your taste. You didn't get one for yourself?
Nah.
Why not?
Nah.
Scared? You know what you do? No, don't look at them. Put your hand in there, pull one out like
Really?
raffle. Yeah. Just close your eyes, put your hand
Fair
in there,
enough.
and see what's going on.
Be funny if there's mousetrap in the bottom.
That's what we do that on a Japanese game show.
Okay. There you go.
All right, I'll try one too. Let's see. What's it look like?
Just
What's the image?
It just says break. BREAK.
Yeah. Oh, I got one too with the fish on it.
It'd be funny if that was like
Oh
cod.
my God, it might be fish.
Cod flavor.
Would they dare make a fish flavored Kit Kat?
Oh, this smells heavenly.
This smells fishy. It really does.
Mmm.
Oh my God.
It is fish? Hey, I'll trade you.
You told me.
I'll take this one. That one's delightful.
It doesn't taste fishy, but it does. It's not fishy, but it's like heavy. Maybe it's fish guts. I don't know.
This one's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Tastes like eel or something.
Yeah. Something like bottom heavy.
It tastes like the eel skin. You know when you get an eel skin?
It does. It really does, now that you put it in perspective.
Pretty gross.
What do you think this tastes like?
Oh, that's delightful. It's like it's like berry.
It's strawberry.
Yeah, it's delicious.
A little bit too strawberry, if you know what I mean.
It's so funny. You're like, oh, I thought maybe you want to give this to your daughter. Why would I want to do that? She gets everything.
She gets whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Daddy's a little girl.
Now, this is supposed to be the most exciting gift. But you know, if we get true, give us a true reaction. But the most exciting thing, I think, from like a fan perspective, is this package actually came from Paul McCartney.
He packaged it himself.
It says right here, USPS Media Mail, Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell people where he lives.
Go ahead.
Paul McCartney, 2300. You writing this down, everybody?
Yeah.
Ferndale, Michigan.
He has a Michigan residence, doesn't he? He's such a liar. I got sucked.
He's not from the UK at all.
I got sucked into following him on Instagram because I really thought it was Paul McCartney. They're like, hey, follow Paul McCartney. Tell us something about yourself. So I wrote this really heartfelt, 3 or 4 sentences, and then I get this immediate response like, thank you for subscribing to Paul McCartney, blah, blah, blah. You'll get this. And then I'm like, oh, got suckered.
You didn't get a response back. Hey, that's nice, baby.
But he's in my phone.
The Paul McCartney.
The Paul McCartney. I'll show you. You don't
All right,
believe me?
so this is from Paul McCartney. And you're like, oh, Paul McCartney is sending John and I a Christmas gift that we had to pay for.
Thanks, Paul.
And John, I am very happy to present to you McCartney 3.
What? Oh. Thank you. Why?
Okay. Let's do it again, but this time pretend like you actually like it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's do it
Take
again.
2.
Okay, come on. Take 2. So, John, I got you a gift. And
It's never going to beat the Kitkats.
I know you and I love vinyl. I got you a limited edition LP, McCartney 3.
Whoa! Look at that. Holy shnikes. Is it colored vinyl?
It is.
What color?
Green.
Oh, it's not gray like him?
I was thinking you.
Why green?
I thought since you're so excited about this, John, I thought you would just keep it unopened.
I'm going to keep it unopened.
And then just a few when it's when it's rare.
I'm going to sell it when all the other 10,000 people who bought this die. I'm going to sell this one in pristine condition.
For those of you who don't know,
it may have a couple of KitKat smears on the outside. But.
For those of you who don't know, Paul McCartney was in a band called The Beatles.
The Wuddles?
Stop trying to drag things down to your own level. It's immature, son.
I thought you was a sandwich.
The Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
Yes. In case you don't know, I almost called you the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, it was that night that I texted you that odd text where I was like, and I texted. So John texted me something.
I was trying to be serious, and you're like messing with me.
No, I wasn't messing. I was in that moment. So John texted me of something I didn't care anything about.
I know. That was crass, by the way.
But I was texting you back very sincerely.
I know. But then I was like, I don't give a shit about Richard Lester. I'm telling you about the new Borat movie.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
my God,
Borat.
The Borat movie was outrageous.
I always like,
outrageous. Outrageous.
John texts me January 1st at 10:07 p.m., which, by the way, is too late to text anybody.
Oh,
just
stop
so you know.
it.
The new Borat movie is hilarious. Meanwhile, I'm right in the middle of this movie called A Hard Day's Night. And I text him back, A Hard Day's Night is a brilliant movie. And then you say, it ain't no Borat. Then you say, you effing have to see this.
No, I did. I sent that one,
but I was
like 2 minutes later because the most outrageous scene in the movie came up after that, after I said, you have to see this movie.
But A Hard Day's Night and Richard Lester, it is so groundbreaking and original at the time.
To this day.
This day.
Is it?
And so good. I said, Richard Lester, very underrated. And you said, okay. You said, and I said to you, because I didn't want to be a dick, I said, appreciate the tip, we'll check it out. And then you told me where it is, and then that was the end of that.
You gotta watch Borat. That's all I'm saying.
But that first Beatles movie, that's something else. Okay, one last thing regarding music and LPs.
Oh, my God.
One last thing.
I thought this was going to be a short show.
I know. I'm sending this package to my almost stepdaughter Sophie.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
she appreciates 90s alternative, right?
I spoke to her on the phone the other day, and she is into Pink Floyd.
Oh.
And as a child, years ago, when the Endless River came out, 2013,
right?
Or 20
was it that long ago?
So the existing Pink Floyd, David Gilmour and Nick Mason, they found bits and bobs. They took all the bits and bob leftovers from the Division Bell.
2014, you're right.
Oh, 2014. And they made an album called The Endless River.
Yeah.
And that was Sophie's first introduction to Pink Floyd, which, in my opinion, as a Pink Floyd fan, like a kind of bad way to start.
Definitely.
But she loved it.
Okay.
So I was talking to her on the phone the other day, and she starts, like, quoting me. Like, she said, Marmalade. Do you like marmalade?
Whoa.
Exactly.
She's getting deep, man.
I said, whoa. I'm like, you know about Atom Heart Mother?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, my God, I love it.
Wow.
And that's, like... Your average Pink Floyd fan doesn't get to Atom Heart Mother.
That's like, let's see, if it was a Martin Scorsese film, Atom Heart Mother would be like Mean Streets. It's like okay, that's interesting.
And the members of Pink Floyd,
but it is a good movie.
And the members of Pink Floyd themselves don't like it.
Really,
it's not their favorite. So I said to her, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, do you have it on vinyl? She's like, oh no. I said, listen. I said, listen. I'm going to send you what I call the Atom Heart Mother trilogy.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, you know who Ron Geeson is?
Oh, jeez, right.
She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll send it. So here it is in front of me that I'm
Let me
sending.
see. Well, let me see. I got to see this.
I'm going to show you. First, you have the Atom Heart Mother, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The brand new pressing.
Yeah, I got to put it in a proper order.
Okay.
And the rest are vintage. The rest are vintage. So
tell me the Ron Geeson connection.
Here you have Atom Heart Mother. 1970, Pink Floyd, and Ron Geeson is an avant-garde music multi-instrumentalist artist.
Okay.
There I go again, shouting at the world. I suppose some people have to shout at the world to make themselves feel they're doing something. It's not really much good, because the world can always shout back louder.
And he co-wrote one or two songs on Atom Heart Mother.
Did he do the orchestrations?
Yes, I believe he did.
Okay.
And of course, one side of Atom Heart Mother is
Atom Heart Mother,
which is broken into different sections. Because the same year, this is why I call it Atom Heart Mother trilogy, Ron Geeson and Roger Waters did Music from the Body.
Right.
And if you listen to Music from the Body, you say, oh, you know, there's some similarities in like production and sound effects to Atom Heart Mother. And then Ron Geeson did his own LP called As He Stands, also in 1970.
Really? I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, no, this one is really off the wall.
Is it?
Avant-garde.
Is it good or just...
Oh, no.
Is it listenable or...
Very listenable.
Oh, I think Radio Wonder Full of Emptiness is going to tell us the time.
12:45. 12 o'clock.
AM or PM? I don't know what time of the day it is. I'm only a composer.
And if you've not sensed it, listen if you can end the records.
All right, but I'll tell you this. I do wish people would realize when I'm engaged in composition.
Listenable or?
Very listenable.
Oh, private press.
Maybe I should get you a copy.
He pressed it by himself?
Maybe.
It says private press.
But Ron Geeson, As He Stands, I told John this one LP, as a teenager, was the #1 influencer of every single student film I made.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Let me see that.
Huh, you wouldn't think that was me. Well, sometimes it is, but not right now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not.
If you heard that album...
In what respect?
If you heard that album, all little catchphrases that I still use to this day...
Really?
...are in this album.
Wow, he thanks John Peel, Pete Townsend. He wrote a song to Roger Waters here. Huh.
I tested the vinyl before shipping it out. I tested it.
What press is it? Let's see. Oh, look at that. It is on its own press.
And sometimes I say things to you from the past, and I don't remember where they came
Like
from.
what?
Like, I used to say a lot. I'd be like, sugar! It's on this album.
Really?
Yeah. Sugar.
Okay.
So, it's just... So, anyhow...
This is the beginning of your breakdown.
Yeah. So, folks listening, if you're into Pink Floyd, you may want to try the Adam Hart Mother. That's on Spotify. The music from the body may be more obscure. I don't know if it's on streaming. And the Ron Geeson is... You can find it on YouTube.
Really? Yeah.
It's called Ron Geeson As He Stands. It's very obscure. And unfortunately only available in the UK. There was a documentary film made about Ron Geeson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Where did you find that record?
I found this record on eBay.
Oh. Well, very good. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. That's great that you have a musical relationship with her like that.
Yeah,
and that she's open to music like that. Not a lot of kids of that age are.
I'm sure you've experienced this where you have something musically that you really love, that you try, probably with your kids.
Yeah.
You try to hey, check this out, because you want them to see the brilliance of it.
They can't.
They can't, and in some way, they're not open.
No, that's true.
You know?
Their brains have been brought up differently. Like, music is fast and quick and kind of throwaway and digestible. In our day, music was something to, sit and listen to, like a movie. You wouldn't, put a movie on and just get up and do whatever.
Sometimes there is music that I'll try, don't like, and then come back to.
Of course. You change.
American jazz and the music of Frank Sinatra is something as a teenager, never even, not open to it.
Right. But as we know, you became a big Frankie.
Yeah, because stuff is, is brilliant.
Yeah, he's a very unique, once-in-a-lifetime performer.
Mm-hmm.
But anything film-related you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Mike here with John. The Darkroom is near and dear to my heart because Phil from the Darkroom made a special trip out to New York last year to meet us at the PDN Photo Expo.
Yeah, great guy.
And the Darkroom is a lab on the West Coast, and these days, because the big question is, where do I bring my film to get processed? Because so many local labs have been closing, and even our local CVS, Target stores, Walmart,
they're diminishing.
The Darkroom is an option, and they've really stepped up to develop all films.
110 film, 126 film, 35mm film, 620 film, 120 film, 4x5 film, 8x10
Wow. One-stop shopping.
Black and white, color print C41, color slide E6.
E6.
You have an old piece of film you found from the 1960s, like Ektachrome X, with a defunct format. They'll process it as black and white.
What about Seattle Filmworks film?
Send it over.
Okay.
The Darkroom, it dates back to 1976, but did you know their heritage goes back to the 1940s?
Really?
Yep. It was started by four photographers.
120, 220, 35, 4x5, 8x10.
The Darkroom, it's thedarkroom.com.
They also do testing of awesome films like Lomo, X-Pro, Red Scale, True Black and White, Crossbird, Redbird, Nightbird, infrared films.
All of us here at the FPP highly recommend you go there.
They'll take good care of you.
Thedarkroom.com.
And tell them Mike sent you.
That's right. Tell them
Mike who?
Tell them the FPP sent you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
All right. So here's some new things going on that has to do with film. Firstly, new in 2021, new movie film.
Is it really new?
Well, the film is brand new. They're being perfed specifically for the FPP. What?
What's with all the movie film? Mike, yo, whoa, hey.
What?
I don't shoot movies. I shoot stills.
Okay.
Why would a guy like me, good-looking guy like me, want to shoot movies?
I'm really happy you asked that question, John, and this is a question for all the listeners who hopefully have not tuned out.
Which I'm sure I represent a very large portion of these listeners right now.
Let's put it this way. If anyone is still listening to this broadcast, that's a miracle. People there were no miracles.
No.
There's a miracle right now.
There's one guy sitting hoping that you're going to talk more about Ron Geeson. One guy.
The male half of its owner, who had a similar mouth and eyes, flicked ash from his cigarette remarkably close to its bulbous eyes, and barked orders at it to cover the sound of ash on eyeball.
He's probably in War Boys.
He may well be.
Oh my God, Rangi's and my city in one show.
That's funny.
Well, for people listening who shoot still photography,
yeah,
my chit-chats about movie film I think is important because what we're doing with movie film is going to translate to still film.
Okay.
For example, last year we released our Cine 16 double perforated 16 millimeter 100 ISO black and white negative.
Now, double perf because some cameras need double perf? That camera does.
Kodak Royal in a magazine has to be double perf. And if you go on eBay and find like the oldest hand-wound crank camera.
Crank, CR Ank.
Right. There's a very good chance that it will need double perforated film. So you go on eBay, you find a camera for $20. You're so thrilled that it works. And then you're heartbroken.
Because it's double perf.
Because all modern film is single perfed.
Now, if you put a single perf in there, is that going to be a major problem?
You cannot put single perf in a double perf camera, but you can put double perf in a single perf camera.
Why? What would be the difference? Because the grabbers would poke the film?
Thank you, yes. The grabbers on both sides.
It just came to me. Yeah.
So the film gets grabbed by two different sides.
Yeah, it would mangle.
And film is single perf now because of the transition to converting cameras and new cameras of being what's called Super 16.
Super? Why super? It's not any wider.
It is wider.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, millimeter?
Well, 16.
No.
It's 16 millimeter. But since they lose that perf, they put picture in there.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
So the Aeroflex SR that we own here was a
Super 16.
Was a 16 millimeter camera
that you made to Super
that we sent out to be converted to Super 16.
Probably the very last one
because we shot Brett Piper's Shockorama,
right?
Which hopefully is coming to streaming soon, guys.
Really?
And gals. Yeah.
Shockorama.
That's a very well produced film.
It's a good movie.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Super 16.
Tony Morales, right? Was the DP?
Tony Morales.
Morales.
Yes, Tony Morales.
Did a great job.
Heck of a nice guy.
Absolutely. He also did a number of other films.
Brett is a heck of a nice guy, even though you may not realize it when you're actually working with him.
He's gruff.
He's gruff, but a heck of a nice guy.
He's a great guy. One of the most industrious filmmakers I've ever met.
Brett Piper is like a M&M candy.
How's that?
There's
hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
That's right. So the Cine 16 black and white negative, 100 ISO.
Right.
We got in an early 2020 movie film. It was 16 film. It was a 8 film. Owen and I tested the shit out of it.
Right.
You know,
got the Owen
before
thumbs up.
When it got out to the public. We tested it.
Yeah.
These are emulsions that do not exist for the purpose of cinematography. That we find and then convert, create, apply it to. So we did all the tests. Boom, 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 and later in the year, that same emulsion became what's known as Wolfman 35.
Oh, yeah.
And Wolfman 120.
No shit.
That's right.
Wow. Getting a lot of miles out of that film.
So that's why I think talking about movie film is, I think this, hopefully you folks think it too. That's why when you're hearing me drone on about movie film, I want you to know, folks listening who shoot still photography, that I'm not forgetting you.
You're incorporating the still photography in with the emulsions that you're getting for moving pictures.
That's correct. Which
is good.
Yeah, when we create something, we're like, oh, okay, can we make this in 120? Can we make this in 35?
Right.
That's what's exciting. So what's happening right now is we are bringing in double perforated 16 and double eight, which is 8 millimeter, 400 ISO black and white.
It comes in millimeters, both of them.
Later in the year, of this year, we're going to introduce a new monster film.
Which one? I can't wait to dress up like them.
I don't know what it is, but I can tell you it's going to be 400 ISO black and white film that is, we're doing the tests now on a movie film.
Movie film and still.
The movie film is going to come out in a month or so, And then later in the year, it'll be converted and packaged as still photography film. So I just want to let everyone know that if you shoot, or if you're thinking about shooting motion picture film, and I know all the rages about Super 8, and it is. Everything's about Super 8. But Super 8 is very well represented already.
Definitely.
Kodak has the market on the cartridges. We cannot make Super 8 film. Kodak does. It's great.
Right.
We offer developing and scanning here at FPP for all movie film.
Mm-hmm.
And Super 8 is very popular. We see a lot of it. But since there is ample Super 8 film, we, myself, and Owen was the driver behind stuff like magazine film. Because he'd be like, hey, Mike, we got to put out magazine film. And I'd be like, oh, stop.
Pshaw.
Yeah, who cares? I would say, like, who cares about magazine film?
If we're keeping with the British theme, I go on.
You know what he did? He sent me a Kodak Medallion magazine camera as a gift.
He suckered you in.
And I looked at it, sat for a while.
Suckered you right
in. Then he loaded the magazine, sent it to me. John Fedele has been shooting Double 8 film, which is the spool film. You have to put it in your camera, you shoot it, then you have to flip it.
Yeah. Did you finish the soundtrack, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Today you have to airdrop the sound effect to me.
Again?
I didn't get it the first time.
Okay.
You can't airdrop from a Mac to a 2005 Samsung Galaxy.
What's up?
Magazine film is in a cartridge, so like Super 8, regular 8 is in a cartridge and 16 is in a cartridge. So you haven't experienced this yet.
No.
But I'm going to turn you on to it.
Okay. Oh, great.
So you're sitting on the beach, you just snap the cartridge in,
boop,
shoot it, and then on regular 8, shoot it, and then when it runs out, you take the cartridge out, flip it, shoot the other side. Dig it.
Really? That's spectacular.
Your film's not exposed to light.
That's great.
But I don't want to hype it too much, and I'll tell you why. There's only X amount of magazines in the world. They're expensive to buy, and they're a pain in the ass to load.
And they're only going to get more expensive. You start getting the word out.
And
you can use them now.
Well, no, because you can't load them yourself. They're too difficult to load.
Really?
Yeah. So
who loads them for you?
Owen McCafferty.
He figured it out.
Yeah, he's very resourceful.
He is.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's true.
But the thing is, we all have lives and jobs.
Most of us.
Him struggling, and believe me, I've seen the inner workings of a magazine. I'm not loading them because I'm not good with stuff like that where springs pop out.
Oh, shit. No.
Do you ever open something and it's like a million springs?
No.
Mark Dalzell's good with shit like that.
He'll have extra parts, though, and it'll still work.
Yeah, I don't understand. I can't do it, but, so enjoy it while it's here because one day Owen may say, and not maliciously,
just be like, I'm arthritic, I can't do it anymore.
Right. So, it's here for now, but the cameras are so cheap.
$20.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful looking camera.
Well, this is
and
not...
it's easy to use. What does it have? F-stops?
Oh, my God. This camera is...
What's it open up to?
Kodak Royal 16 camera.
Royale.
Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. That's right.
The great thing about this camera is...
Kodak Royale.
Look through the eyepiece. These are the different lenses you can get for it.
What?
So, the eyepiece, you just slide...
There's a lot of lenses.
Yeah.
6 lenses.
It's a whole family of lenses you can get for
7 lenses. Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
Which one is this? 25?
25 is on there. You'd eyeball me and say, so what, 6 feet.
Yeah. And then go bink.
And then shoot. I shot Thanksgiving on this camera on Vision 3 500T film.
How'd it look?
Oh, so good.
Where's the trigger? Oh.
No, that's single frame.
Wow. Really does sound like a Tommy gun or something.
It does.
That's special. And it's CR crank.
Yeah, you just crank it. No batteries. All manual. Beautiful.
I'm sorry. I wanted to see that lens. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
Just a second. And it's 1.9. That's nice. That's special. Yeah. Special.
This is from Patrick Thomas.
Oh, Patrick Thomas.
Oh, my God. This came in on January 4th.
Wow.
It's new.
How is this possible?
I know. He's talking about movie film.
Oh, now I know why.
Why?
Because you just cherry-picked the movie film ones.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I met with my photographer friend Saturday who gave me a crash course on my Cine Kodak 16. So I'm more familiar with the f-stops. I know I will get the film sweats loading the camera for the first time.
It's going to happen.
I'm super excited about this. I've been watching your videos and planning things out for a while for when I shoot film. This takes me back to the 70s and 80s when I used my dad's Bell & Howell camera. He says, thanks for offering the service and offering the film. It takes me back to a happy time of my youth.
Yep.
Oh, I hope you're still happy, Patrick.
Looking back, it makes him just a little bit more happier than he is, perhaps.
Well, when you look back as a child, even as a teenager, and you realize how much of a lack of responsibility you really had, isn't it amazing?
How's it possible?
I don't know.
Like 100 years ago, like nobody had that kind of freedom. It's like, get out to work.
Right.
You'd be working and doing something.
Be in the field with
or be
your
an
dad.
orphan. Who knows what the hell would happen 100 years ago? Yeah, you'd be working your ass off.
Here's a proof.
Proof? Oh, that's the logo?
This is Retrochrome 400. Have you ever shot this Retrochrome?
Yes, definitely.
It gives a very vintagey look.
I shot it down on the boardwalk. I got some really great shots with it.
So Retrochrome 400, it's Kodak Ektachrome that came from Area 51. Yeah, true. It actually came from the Tonopah.
That's a made-up word.
No, it's real. Tonopah. We'll look it up right now.
How do you spell it?
Tonopah.
T-A-N-O.
T-O-N-O.
T-O-N-O.
P-A-H.
P-A-H.
Military base. What do you got? I'm curious what the Google's going to say.
The Google. Tonopah.
What does it say?
Test range.
That's it.
Tonopah Test Range is a restricted military installation located about 30 miles southeast of Tonopah, Nevada. Yeah, it's the northern fringe of the Nellis Range.
Does it say anything about Area 51?
It says the test range is located about 70 miles northwest of Groom Dry Lake, the home of Area 51 facility. The film was loaded into big cameras. What do you mean big cameras?
Like big, huge cameras. They would do missile tests and shoot it on high speed.
Oh, okay.
Retrochrome has been available since 2015. It currently went out of stock. We bought all of the film from that base. And I know it was in a freezer because the box is a freezer burned, John.
Oh, what?
The box is a freezer burned.
Wow. So they've been in there a while.
I think the film is circa 2000 to 2004.
Really?
Yeah.
They were making it up until that point, huh? No shiz.
There'd be more coming in a month or so. Because people are asking.
How long is that going to last? Got a 2-month supply?
My estimation is that we have a 12 to 24 month supply.
Oh, okay, good.
Another few years, folks. Next up, really quick, I want folks to know that Cine film is back in stock at the FPP.
Yay! How long was it gone?
It's gone for like 6 months. The film is in high demand.
Yes.
And everyone loves it. So we ran out, and then we were on back order.
It's a beautiful film.
And now our good friends at Roberts Distribution
hooked you up.
Yes, they hooked us up. So we're restocked on 800T. 800T is in 120, 35 millimeter, and 50D. For folks doing large format photography, we started stocking the 20th century.
Oh, they are not listening now. They're way tuned out, large format guys. They're gone.
Oh, there's no one listening in large format.
No. It's like 8
large
millimeter
guy
point and shoots.
Right? They're trying. They're like, he's like texting his friend. They're talking about movie film.
Some guy named Goose.
And they're talking about they're going to convert the movie film to still film, but 35 and 120. What's in it for me?
Exactly.
AM or PM? I don't know what time of the day it is. I'm only a composer.
What's in it for me?
Those guys are gone.
I need sheets.
Where's my sheets of film?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
People would realize when I'm engaged in composition.
We carry the 4x5 20th century reel. So it's a 4x5 large format reel that fits into a 3-reel Patterson tank. So follow this.
Yeah.
If you develop your film at home, you use a tank.
Yeah.
And most tanks hold 2 35 millimeter reels.
Right.
You could get a 3-reel tank that holds 3 rolls of 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
So if you're developing large format 4x5 sheet film, you could fit these sheets on this reel, and it goes into that tank.
Right.
It's revolutionary because years ago, you would have to develop the film in a friggin' tray.
Right.
Who wants to do that?
Nobody.
In the dark?
No.
So the 4x5 reels go great.
20th century camera guy.
He's like, Mike, I'm going to send you 5x7 reels on spec.
Oh. Whoa.
So I'm going to send them, you sell them.
Cool.
So we carry the 5x7 reels that fit into the 3-reel tank. It's a beautiful thing if you're a large format shooter.
Yeah. Convenient.
Yep.
That's
okay, next up, this is from David
Iglesias.
Yeah. He's chit-chatting us about developing movie
Julio
film.
Iglesias.
Yes. He's talking about developing black and white reversal at home. That's a whole other topic we're going to save for a different show.
What show?
Black and white reversal film. So, dig this, right? You have a roll of film.
Yeah.
Let's say Tri-X.
Let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tri-X traditionally is 400 ISO.
Traditionally.
You put it in your camera. If you want to shoot it and then develop it so that it's a positive,
right?
That you put in a slide projector, a
Uh-huh.
positive,
Right.
you would have to alter your ISO. So you would shoot it at a lower ISO.
Like 100?
200.
200.
200. And then you would develop it a special process.
Wise.
Most people do not do it at home because the chemicals are amazingly caustic.
Oh, well, that's a good reason.
But a handful of people will develop reversal at home. Owen does. And you could send it to services like DR5.
Dr. Five Finger Punch? Where's Dr. Five?
For people who, let's say, want to shoot positives for for slides, who want to do projection shows at home.
All three of them, yes.
It's a very small cult, but it does exist.
I
So this guy, David Iglesias,
Yeah.
wants to do that, and he's corresponding with me and Owen. Owen's kind of giving him tips.
Oh, great.
The reason I'm reading this letter, you may be saying, well, Mike, why are you reading this letter? Because he says, P.S. Hi to John Fedele on my behalf.
Oh, well, that's sweet. Thanks, man.
Folks listening, John has a lot of fans.
Oh, sure.
And I'm always thrilled when John comes on any trips in the past, when we've gone to like the Darkroom show, because people really want to talk to John.
I'm just happy to be here.
All right, thank you.
Well, I do have the new McCartney 3 album if anybody wants to buy it off me.
When Egypt Station came out, I was like, then I started listening.
Now you like it.
Now I like it.
So you're reserving.
All right, we're out, folks.
What's that noise?
It's a copier machine.
Oh.
Podcast at filmphotographyproject.com. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye. It's enough off-topic shit.
miss Christmas. Yeah, I miss Christmas.